So now, one of the things I've been thinking about, while you're on your book signing tour, what is some of the most questions that you get while you're out? What are people asking you?
I would probably say the most frequently asked question that I receive is, how do you keep going? That's the question I get, whether it's email, phone call, text message, Instagram or Facebook inbox, and of course, as you ask, face-to-face at the lectures and the book signing events, and even people, when they come up to me in the street, the question is always, how do you keep going despite the opposition that you get from your own people? And the answer is real simple. I believe that I was born to do what I'm doing. Some people come to consciousness because they have no other option. Or they come to consciousness, you know, as a springboard to a political career or a springboard to some sort of business venture. Some people come to consciousness because they were uninvited or disinvited from the black bourgeoisie's inner circle. Not me. I've been about black consciousness since I was a fourth grade student at the Meade Elementary School, 18th and Oxford in North Philadelphia, and it just continued when I came 3 blocks around the corner to the UNIA at 16th and seems to be more, which is only a 3-block walk from the elementary school where I began my oratorical career and my black consciousness career. So this is all I've known since I was 9 years old, despite the degrees, you know, despite all the certifications, despite the accolades, the awards, the travels. I've never given up, you know, on what I believe is my God-given reason for being on this earth.
I know, and you know what? Some people may think that it's a difficult challenge because you have so much opposition, but I think one time I heard you say that you don't read a lot of the comments that people write, so you don't consume or digest a lot of the negative comments and opposition. And that's good, because I'd be throwing my laptop on the floor against the wall. I said, how can they say this about me? Bam! But I understand, because you know you can't pay them no mind, because they don't know no better.
Yeah, I normally rely on my supporters to send me clips of things that they think are relevant.
Okay. So
we know there's going to be everyday hate, but if somebody says something that's so obnoxious that it requires a response, or somebody is planning to do something that is extremely dangerous to our mission, then I normally depend on the supporters to send me a clip, which they usually do. They'll say, Dr.UMAR, you got to watch this. They went a little too far this time, or you got to watch this. This is what, you know, they're planning. So I might, you know, drop into a clip and check it out for a few seconds, but I've never watched an entire hate video at all, and I rarely even check in on them. I mean, most of the people hating on me never met me a day in their life, and most of them are just, you know, unsuccessful, unaccomplished, uncredentialed people who YouTube has become their only opportunity to achieve some degree of status or success in their life. So with that being said, I'm not particularly angry with them. I'm more sad and compassionate for them, the fact that they've decided that the only way they can become somebody of importance is to attack somebody who already has that importance.
Some of them I have read, it seems like, I say to myself, somebody must be paying them to do this. Because why in the world would they hate, or not just you, but anybody? They don't know the person. They ain't talk to the person. They just talking bad about the person. I said, where is they getting this from? I don't get it.
Yeah, and it's sad because we have so much work that has to be done in the community, and to see so many people, and it's mostly males, by the way.
Right, and it's some people that you would think are conscious-minded people.
Yeah, but a lot of these guys are not.
Yeah.
What I've seen, they're not really conscious. Some of them claim to be, but they're just trolls. They're just YouTube trolls. You know, my name gets a lot of attention. If you put my name in your video, it's going to get way more views than it would have otherwise received. So they're just opportunists. They're opportunists more than anything else. You know, I guess the opportunism and the hate kind of goes hand in hand, but it's ridiculous. And I'm actually amazed at the fact that their significant others, if they have a significant other, hasn't chimed in on how their partner is spending so much time stalking another man. I know if I was married and if my wife was spending every second of every day stalking another man or another woman, and trying to destroy their mission, I don't think I could remain in that relationship. So I'm wondering, what do the women involved in this situation, what do they think about this? Your husband is literally cyber stalking another man and has been doing this for years. Mm-hmm. And yet the wife just sits idly by. So, it's interesting, but I don't pay it much mind. I stay focused on what I do, which is saving black boys, which is building modern schools, which is making sure parents have the information they need to protect their children, which is what I give out with the book, and of course my black parent boot camps. And we will be having a Philadelphia boot camp soon. I should have a date probably by the next time I'm on the show. So for parents in Pennsylvania, the Pennsylvania Black Parent Know Your School Rights Boot Camp will be held in Philadelphia, and I should have that date in just a couple of weeks.
For married with children. In other words, Dr. Umar has a committee of coons who are married. Husband and wife, or some of them, that husband and wife, some of them is husband and wife hating, and others is just the husband hating or just the wife hating. I'm trying to understand, if you married with children, why are you worrying about Dr. Umar Johnson? If you happily married to your wife, why am I the #1 trending topic in your life? Dr. Umar should not be the #1 trending topic in a married man's life. Dr. Umar should not be the #1 trending topic in a married man's life. Dr. Umar should not be the trending topic in a married woman's life. If you are married, my brother, if you are happily married, my brother, I should not be the most important thing in your life. You should not be waking up waiting to make a Dr. Umar video. You should not be waking up waiting to make a Dr. Umar video if you are a married man or a married woman. You should not be doing that. Something's seriously wrong if Dr. Umar is the most important thing in your house. You got children, you got a wife. You got a husband, you got children. Dr. Umar, I know I'm sexy. I know I'm fine. I know I'm brilliant. I know I'm intelligent. I know that I'm probably the most articulate and unapologetic scholar you've met since Garvey and Malcolm. I understand that. But as fine as I am, as intelligent as I am, as credentialed as I am, as unapologetic as I am, I should still not be the most important thing in your life. Okay? If I'm the most important thing in your family, your whole family revolves around making videos about me. Husband and wife, the whole family is about Dr. Umar. That probably means the sister is feeling a little thirsty for Papa, and that's all right. That means the wife is probably a little thirsty for Papa. That's all right. I understand. Sometimes if the queen can't get your attention, she can't have you, she want to hate on you. I understand. There's a thin line between love and hate. There's a thin line between love and hate. I understand, sister. You stuck with him. You stuck with him. When you look at him, you wish it was 6'3", 260 North Philly with the beard. I understand. I understand, sister. And brother, you must got some serious issues in your life, because you shouldn't be worrying about another man like that. If I'm married with children, I'm not thinking about another man like that. I'm not making videos about another man. I should be with my children, spending time with my sons, spending time with my daughters, making love to my wife, having family time. Ifatunde Oguntade should not be the most important conversation in my house.
And that's why one thing I can say for myself, no matter what people want to say about me, I am truly and sincerely committed to the liberation of black people. I have no other agenda with the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy except the education of our children. I have no other agenda except the liberation of African people around the world when I travel and when I speak. And I think my record speaks for itself. And the problem is we don't have enough of us who are 100% committed to the liberation of African people. Okay, we may have folks who have a 50% commitment or a 60% commitment or a 70% commitment, but then there's a 30% economic stake. There's a 30% political stake. There's a 30%, other type of agenda at play. For example, when I was in Fayetteville and Statesville last week in North Carolina, I was asked by people who came, they said, "Why did you come to Statesville?" They said, "Don't know black scholars come to Statesville." And they said, "Very few come to Fayetteville as well." And I said, "I will go anywhere where my people are. I will go anywhere where my people ask me to come." I said, "I go to the small towns on purpose because I know most black scholars skip the small towns. And the reason they skip the small towns, Brother David, is because, as I've heard myself from some of them, it's not enough money to be made in the small town. So as you can see, they're not coming for liberation. They're not coming for consciousness raising. They're coming to make money. And so when making money is the priority, then the agenda of the community gets ignored. And the reason why you'll see Dr. Umar in the small, little, teeny places, I've been places no other scholar has been, and it's because I care about the people. You know, I'll go anywhere where my people are.